Hello and welcome to Modish Tech. You're with the podcast where people share their stories, their career journeys, and their perspective on tech. And today we are talking about tech. We are diving deep into the biggest buzz of the season. If you're into SAP, it's the SAP TechEd 2025 announcement. To unpack all this and to understand the key announcements, the key takeaways, we have with us three amazing guests who live and breathe BTP. They work for Bluestone X Consulting. And today in this episode, we are going to focus entirely on what it really means for you. We'll go through some key announcements and then we'll see, not just in theory, but also how architects, developers, and the integration teams around the world would get affected and what the expert views are on all these key takeaways. So let's welcome them and talk about SAP TechEd 2025 key announcements. Good morning.
Hi.
Hello, good morning.
The screen looks like a bit very busy in terms of what I have been used to see. It's just two guests, and this time we have like full screen. So thanks a lot for agreeing to very odd timing for recording this. To start this, let's go alphabetically and introduce ourselves. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Aditi goes first.
Hello everyone, this is Aditi and I'm currently working as a pre-sales lead at Bluestone X, and I have over a decade of rich experience of software development. So nice to meet you all.
Thanks, Aditi. We'll now go to Soumya.
Hello all, I'm Soumya Sharma. I'm with Bluestone X for the past 3 years, before which I was with SAP for almost 8 years, and I work as a BTP manager at the Bluestone X, and the word manager is self-explanatory. So,
Thank you, Soumya. And lastly, we go to Yash.
Thanks, Vic. I am Yash. I've been in the SAP world for about 6 years, 3 of which have been within integration. At Bluestone X, I am the integration lead consultant. Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Yash. And it's really good to see all the three experts in the room. But those who do not know me, here's a quick introduction. I'm Vikash. I work as SAP BTP DevOps and AI manager at Bluestone X. And that could be one of the surprising elements if you do not know me working with Bluestone X. We are SAP partners, and we are also a member of App House Network, which means we know how applications are built. That's me. And these are the experts. Good. Shall we jump into the discussion mode then?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
All ready? Let's start light. So there has been a lot of announcements. It could be overwhelming, but if I have to ask you just one thing which came in as a biggest surprise for you, what could that be?
I think it's everyone's favorite, the release of foundation models by SAP. That's my favorite too.
Okay. And how do you rate this as per your expectation?
I think it would have kept me up all night to try it if Philip wouldn't have given the QR code when he introduced the SAP RPT1. So I'm very happy that I could really try it on, get my hands on the first time he told about it. And I think I'm excited whenever, we will be able to build it or bake it inside our applications and then work with it. So yeah.
Perfect. Let's go over to Soumya now. Soumya, one biggest thing.
I know the buzz is all about RPT, but to me personally, it was all about vibe coding. Using natural language to create a pro code application. That screams big to me.
Okay, that's nice. And good feedback as well. At least something different than the RPG. Yash, what was yours?
I think mainly just the further development of AI-driven capabilities within Integration Suite, especially intelligent healing for APIs and dual-powered conversational analytics. I think that'll be really big for operational reliability and developer productivity. Also, I think the enhancements to the migration assessment tool, when you need to move from PO to Integration Suite, that's also a very big change, and it'll be important leading up to the deadline in 2027.
Yeah, just helps the customers actually. But we all have seen the platform evolving over time, and it's really one, overwhelming for people who do not know it, and then sometimes it becomes like too much information, too many things coming up. So initially when we were working on BTP, it was like, yeah, you can extend your applications, you can extend your on-premise applications. But now, thanks with BDC, thanks with all AI innovations, MCP servers, what are your views on, like, is it going to be the extension platform like we used to think about it, or it's kind of an innovation platform for any business? Let's go the same order, Aditi.
Yes, I was about to jump in anyway because I think that since the trend has started of generative AI hub on AI core on BTP, and then starting this year came in the BDC, which was unleashed on top of BTP, and everything coming on top of BTP. I will not be talking about BTP purely only as an extension platform, because I think it is already proven to be the future ready innovation platform. And everything, the core now is BTP for any ERP extensions, for clean core strategy, and all the philosophies SAP has been talking about in at least the past 5 years. I am working in SAP pre-sales now. So yeah, I think BTP is the way forward, and that's the mandate which is being brought up by SAP and accepted by partners and customers as well. So yeah.
That's a good point. It needs to be accepted first, because we see many customers who are still thinking, is BTP right for me? And yeah, it's a good point. Probably we need to either educate them or show them the business values so that they can understand how important it is. Let's go over to Soumya and see what she has to say.
Yeah, I think with the evolution of the build suite, development on BTP is more of innovation than development actually. So the developers are no longer thinking of syntax or the compilation or the deployments. They're working more towards intents or the business purpose or actually the platform intelligence. So considering this, I think development is already being done on the innovation platform. It's no longer just an extension platform.
That's good. Yeah, vibe coding will change things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
Yash, what do you think from your perspective? Is it still the extension, or you would say it's innovation platform?
Yeah, I would pretty much echo what Soumya and Aditi have said. It's, with AI agents, MCP gateway, and dual integration, it's no longer just about, I think, extensions. It's more about being an enabler for your business, a key innovation enabler for your business going forward.
Perfect. So I think from the very early times, we at BlueSonics have always been saying that this is the innovation layer. Maybe now we'll say this is the innovation platform where you can innovate and actually get the business value out of this particular platform. All right, switching gears now. We've already heard about the themes of AI enablement, developer empowerment in build, and as well as in the integration suite. Let's dig deeper. Aditi, you have mentioned RPT1 was your favorite one. Maybe do you want to go deeper into this and tell our viewers maybe what it is? How do you think it'll help us?
Yes, sure. So let me start. Like any other large language model, RPT1 is also one of them, and the family of large language models. And the main context here is that if you have to use it with any business solution with SAP, so it already should understand. And we have seen from the playground which Philip has released with the TechEd, that yes, it is the problem solver which a lot of businesses are looking for today with SAP. So today, whatever solutions we have built in so far with other models can easily, or should easily, as per my expectations, replace and bring in SAP RPT1 or SAP ABAP1 also in many other cases, and should be able to give more business value at a very fast and efficient way. So yeah, you can see the QR code here if you are not sure what I'm talking about, that the sandbox or the playground is available, and it has been released in 3 variants, like small, large, and open source. So go ahead and play with open source, and if it works for you, then adapt to whatever version of the model works for you. And I'm sure this will not be the first one. More are coming. This is just one.
Perfect. So do you think like the way we are changing applications, AI, and even the platform. Do you think there will be major changes going forward? I know it's a hypothetical question, but as per your experiences and your thinking, what do you think? Where is SAP heading in 2026, especially SAP BTP?
I think the year of 2026 is more about, empowerment and outcomes rather than implementation, execution, and experimentation anymore, because SAP is actually delivering the value which partners and customers are expecting. And whether it is, developer empowerment or bringing innovations in SAP BDC, like the Data Product Studio, or partnerships with Databricks or Snowflake or Google Cloud, or any other greatest and latest in this field, like fueling intelligence with Joule, or jazzing up coding using vibe coding. So openness and laziness, this theme will bring and result in unimaginable outcomes in the field of BTP and the innovations around BTP, I think.
Fingers crossed. All right. Thanks, Aditi, for the answers. Let's switch gears and let's go to Soumya now. There has been so many announcements on Joule agents. And when I say so many, it's like, yeah, you can build, you can extend, you can also customize things. And obviously, the Joule skills are different league altogether. So if you do not need agents, you can also build skills and that you can integrate in Joule. What do you think? You have already mentioned vibe coding was your first one, which might help your team in developing applications. Maybe do you want to talk more about it in depth?
Yeah. So the Joule developer agents, I would say, is becoming more of a mainstream now, and it's sort of assisting the pro-code developers in not just setting up the application, but bringing it to a point where the end-to-end implementation is done. So for a pro-code developer, it's almost as good as a core developer in the team right now. And if you consider a middle level developer who wants to try using the vibe coding, they can still use it for prototyping and at least get to know about what sort of code is written. And for the developer who is newly coming into the development, it's like a cookbook from where they can see from where to begin the learning. So overall, vibe coding is acting like a very good resource for all the skill sets, or for all the levels of development skill sets, I would say. Vibe coding is just another step forward towards unifying all the developers in the developing community.
So you think like the vibe coding will help at every level, right?
Exactly.
Whether you're experienced or you're just a new person. But you still think like the way we actually debug things, that would require that skill, right?
Yeah, like I said, for a pro code who knows the technology in and out, it's just a matter of the skeleton is set up and you write whatever code you want or just refine. But for someone who knows the technology half and half, it would still require them to upskill. So if it generates a CAP application with the Fiori UI in it, and if the user does not know CAP, it's still difficult for them to understand what's happening. So they can just use it for prototyping. Definitely upscaling is required for the other two levels of developers. Only for pro code, it's a good assistance, I would say.
Yeah. And I mean, being a BTP manager at BlueStoneX, obviously you're focused more on application development and automation. What do you think your next, let's say, team member would be? Will they be an agent or a human, or it's a mixture?
I mean, if it was an agent who could do everything, it would be happier, because the maintenance is all we'll have to do, and it's not just much of effort. But I think the human intervention would still be required at every phase. Even though the agents are doing half the work for you, it's just acting like an assistant. It's just empowering you to do better things. So agents must be there, but definitely humans also should be there. So I would still prefer a developer who is empowered to actually use the agents rather than just keeping the agents.
Okay, thanks, Soumya. Let's move on to integration now. Yash, do you want to mention some integration highlights? Thanks, Soumya.
Slowly, we are moving closer and closer to seamless integration. AI should help to accelerate some of this journey, especially around migration from legacy tools and things like the auto generation of open API specs and API healing, automatic API healing. There will be a huge bonus, I think, for developers. Instead of spending their time on manual tasks that they need to do repetitively, they can just let the AI handle that, and they can focus more on the more complex parts of whatever interfaces they're building. And combined with the MCP gateway, I think it will allow the data that's in a business's legacy systems to make an immediate impact for that business with the use of AI chatbots. So there were some great announcements during TechEd this year.
Thanks, Yash. Thank you for all those announcements. It's kind of a recap, and seeing integration announcements infused with AI, infused with the advanced or enhanced, I would say, migration path that will really help customers as well as the developers for sure. Now let's move to another section. So what we have done is we took your reaction in the first section, we went deeper into it. Now let's connect this to business and let's see the business value coming out of it. So out of all these shiny announcements, what do you think? How can we choose one and we can measure the impact first? So it's like if any customer or our prospects are looking at this and watching this video, what should be the first thing they should try? Obviously, that should depend on their business and their use cases. But what would you, as consultants, would suggest trying? Let's go to Aditi first.
Yes. My vote goes to SAP RPT1.
Same one, right?
Yes, the same one. The reason is it's a breakthrough. I mean, and we must tell customers and other partners who are not actually, or who have not started baking AI into their day-to-day enterprise applications. Do it. You have the resources now. And if it behaves and responds to as we expect it to, then it will really bring out the best in your applications, and it will give SAP applications that business context which other LLMs will not be able to provide. That's why SAP has brought this to you. Use it, because it's very easy to replace. If someone has already done it, like we have at Bluestone X, it will just give us an opportunity to replace the already existing LLM with SAP RPT1, and that's when you will realize the difference, in the outcomes, in the efficiency of the workflows and things like that. So it's as simple as replacing the model, replacing the credentials. That's it, and that's the very quickest win, I would say, and recommend partners and customers to try it out. Otherwise, you will not know it.
Yeah, just if people are still wondering what this RPT will do, probably all your data is in tables now, or it has been in tables historically as well. And when you're using these LLMs, you are just trying to summarize few things or drafting few things, but it doesn't have the capability to look into your tabular data and predict a particular thing. This RPT will enable that. So like Philip was saying, if there is any delay in the process, it will just tell you, or if there is some order fulfillment that needs to happen, it can predict that for you because it works on the tabular data. So yeah, thanks Aditi for explaining that. Soumya, do you have any points? What do you think you would suggest the customers to try out?
I would still be biased towards the vibe coding because of the point of view that I stand and see. So if you're able to identify the customer use case, which is small to implement and probably has multiple repetitive steps, then I would say using the vibe coding to generate that solution, and then using the pro code developers for refining or enhancing the performance, security, and the UX aspects of it, then I would say that's still a quick win for the customer.
Yeah, UX is one of the things which we master into as Bluestone.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, we may not be relying on what the UI code has been generated. Probably it would be our USP that we create our own UIs on top. But the vibe coding, when it's generally available, it's announced that probably when it's generally available, it will also support the freestyle coding, the UI5 coding. So hope like that works because that's the main thing. The technology should work to enable us. So all right, thank you for that. Let's go to Yash and see what he has to say.
So I'm going to approach it more from a business that has a lot of APIs running on, say, API management within Integration Suite. So for them, a quick win will be trying out the intelligent API healing and the dual-based API analytics, because immediately these can reduce your downtime for your APIs that you're giving to your customers or to your businesses without a need for a major re-architecture. So that's something that is, I mean, it's an obvious quick win for any business who has hundreds, thousands of APIs that they provide.
Yeah, and from developers' perspective, there's the use of AI for specification generation and all those things. Do you think that would also help, not to the business but to the developers, to
Definitely.
us as business?
Definitely, I think it'll be a welcome change, because at the moment it'll be a very manual process, having to find, go into a different program, say XML Spy, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Write your open API spec, Swagger, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then go back into Integration Suite, upload it there or share it. If it can be done directly in Integration Suite, you have everything you need in one place, and it is genuinely then an integration suite of applications.
Yeah, saves time and energy as well. Good. Thank you for your responses. Aditi, we know in Bluestone X we have a product, Maestro, Master Data Solution, no code. How do you see all these data-related announcements combining with Maestro? Because when you see BDC relies on governed data.
Yes.
We do not have anything in the architecture which says that, yes, this is where the governance should happen.
Yes.
And the other point is, like, when the data comes into BDC, be it with the graphical modeler or the new data product studio which was announced, we only take in the governed data. We do not talk about governance. So my question is two parts actually. One, the role of governance, and the second one, how do you see data products coming in? And for us, how do we enhance Maestro for that? How do customers prepare their master data, in fact?
Yes, let me answer the second one first and then come back to the generic governance question. Plug and play apps is going to be the way forward, I think. And that's what all the innovations around, whether it is data or AI or apps, is in throughout, whether it is SAP or any other solutions for that matter. So to cater to such things, I think solutions like Maestro are the best fit, because once you are in the SAP BDC, let's say, then there's nothing much you can do. If you're inputting garbage, you're going to get a garbage analytics dashboard. How much ever the app is intelligent, it's going to give you a garbage response, which is not useful for your business context. So now coming back to the first question, to make your data to be able to adapt to that plug and play kind of environment, you need a master data governance solution in place, whether it is fitting inside your source system or in a staging area like how Maestro is well positioned for that matter. You put your data in, let it churn through Maestro and its capabilities, and now it is ready. So data readiness is what is required before you use such plug and play solutions. And it's going to be not just for SAP objects and things like that, but any other with all the partnerships. So whatever the data sources, whether it is an SAP system or a non-SAP system, you need a Maestro in there. Otherwise you're going to buy such high-tech plug and play solutions, for example BDC intelligent solutions, and then you're going to look at, oh, dirty data, dirty output.
And do you see for Maestro or for any other the governance solutions, do you see data products being because you at the end of the day or at the end of the year or wherever it's generally available, you will see data product studio where you can graphically or visually model your data. Do you see any use of that in terms of Maestro or any other governance solutions?
So I don't want to be diplomatic, but my comment is going to be depending on how Data Product Studio will be spun. Because at the moment, we see that everything SAP is bringing in the context of BDC is mostly for BW modernization and things like that. And honestly, not all customers will only have data stores in BW for HANA or in BW older versions and things like that. So if you ask me from a generic master data kind of perspective, let's say a customer is having directly master data only in ERP system or on any other data, I would not call lakes because not everybody has lakes. So any other data stores for that matter. So there has to be a different approach. Maybe Data Product Studio is not the only solution. And since that has to fit in to BDC, there will be parallel solutions to Data Product Studio. So if Data Product Studio caters to all those needs, that will be the best outcome any master data management or governance team would expect. But I don't know at this point, once it is GA
Yeah.
Q1 next year, and when we get our hands on it, that's when we can comment more about it.
Okay, perfect. And just so that you have mentioned one of the points where you are saying that not everybody is on BW or anywhere. I just wanted to highlight one point that people not on BW and people using third-party data lakes or any other solutions, SAP is coming up with the partnership with, say, Snowflakes, Google Query. So probably they are catering those customers there and kind of bring in the BW customers as well, because they have invested, they want to go in. Thank you for your insights on BDC and data governance. Let's go back to the favorite topic of AI, AI agents. We have seen all these announcements, and whether it's embedded, whether you can build your own. Do you see this happening in reality? Like, do you see the value in the real world enterprise workflows? Can AI agents work? Is it still the hype, or we see it as a reality? Let's go with Soumya first here.
Yeah, I think, like I already mentioned, the Joule developer agents at least is becoming more of a mainstream and extremely practical. Because with my personal experience, I've seen developers take the code snippets from open source AI agents, and that seems to work fine. There are methods to refine it, redefine it, break it, rewrite it. So there are a lot of options. So when we are already doing it with open source agents, why not do it with Joule assistants, which is also doing the same, and make the life of a developer more easier and efficient? So like I said, it's becoming more of an active code developer in the ecosystem right now. So it's very practical now.
Good. Soumya is sticking to the vibe coding. That's good. That's the way forward. Yash, what do you think?
I think they're definitely more practical than hype now. With, for example, MCP Gateway, it makes them already enterprise ready by standardizing access and governance. And I think of them more as an accelerator for your business's repetitive tasks and to help you with decision making rather than full autonomy. Let the AI agent do its thing. That's where I come from.
Okay, nice. Aditi, anything to add?
Yes, thank you. You're asking me this last because I will look like an agent fan. So definitely it's not a hype anymore. It is practical. You see, we all use AI assistants, agents, and now teammates in some or the other way in our daily, walks of our life, leave alone enterprises. Definitely people are using it because they have their hands on it. They are going to use it going forward as well, and that's what enterprises need to tap into, so to develop the potential of what is already being part of everybody's life, and eventually it will gain the trust not just of having human in the loop, but also becoming like a family member now after becoming a teammate. So I think definitely it's practical, and it's not like if you don't use it there's something bad, but you have it, so you use it. That's what I keep telling, being part of pre-sales, like customers are very enthusiastic, but they don't have still the trust to use it. But when it is coming with the legal and compliance and security framework of SAP, please start using it.
Yeah, and ultimately it's all about the efficiency gains. So if you can do one work in 10 hours, you can do it in minutes. So why not use it? Save your time. Well, we all have sung praises for AI agents, but this is where it sticks and sticks to a point that will it replace us? So let's come to my favorite topic of people, the community, what they think. Because in a way, they perceive it as a threat. And threat is like, okay, I was getting 10 days of billing. Now I'll get 1 day of billing. That is one way of thinking. Some think like, no, well, I'm average developer. I'm just gone because it's just doing the work. I cannot debug. Someone senior will come in and debug it. So what do you think it will have impact on people? People in the sense, for example, it could be your teams as well. And it's not just that. How do we save people from this? So saving people means there will be few roles which will just fade away, but there will be roles which will emerge. So how do you see it? Any new skills that needs to go into BTP teams to work efficiently? What are your thoughts? Let's go with the BTP manager first.
So as part of the TechEd announcement as well, I was happy on a couple of notes that the TechEd started with the developer ratio with respect to the AI agents. So the first quote was, some say developers are less and some say AI agents are more. So how do we balance this? That's how it started. I was happy about that at least it's being focused on developers now. And the second thing is, I also read that SAP is planning to employ millions of AI skilled workers by 2030. So it's not in hundreds or thousands, so it goes to millions, which indirectly means they are also developers in one or the other form, just their role names will be different. So I definitely don't see that to be a threat to the existing set of developers. However, if we sit with the mindset that this is my skill set and I will purely work only on this technology or this level of expertise, then yeah, it will be outdated soon, and somebody else who is empowered to use the AI will definitely replace us. So it need not be the AI agent, but another human will definitely replace. So the way forward would definitely be to upskill with the latest technology that's coming and how to better use the AI. So I don't see a scenario where if my team has 5 developers, we remove 2 and put 2 AI agents and that'll do their job. So I definitely don't see that. Instead, if my team has 5 developers and I take in 2 more and all the 7 are working with the AI agents, I think the productivity just spikes up and makes it better for the existing team members as well.
And I think that's the core theme of these TechEd announcements, like how you empower your developers to do things. Good. And just adding to your point, like whenever any of my mentees on the mentorship call, they will ask, "Oh, AI is here. I don't know what will happen to me, my job." I always say that we had an era where Google search, simple Google search was not there. People used to develop, but when Google search came in, everybody was at different websites like Stack Overflow or Google. Just search, you'll find it on SAP community as well. So people survived that era. This is not different. So this is also same thing. So it's like you are coming from one era to the other era. You just need to survive. And how do you survive? You just need to know how to use those tools, because there were only people who were successful who knew how to use Google search engine, who knew what questions I need to ask. They got the right answers. It's the same thing, same era, probably in a different way. But yeah, if you use these tools for your work, probably you'll survive. If you do not, then yeah, it's difficult. Well, that's my gyan. Let's go over to Yash.
Yeah, pretty much just again echo what you and Soumya have said. It's less about now doing the old school way of developing where you sit in front of your computer and you just start typing code. It should be more now where you have the skill set to say that, okay, this bit is quite easy. This I can get my AI agent to help me out with. This very complex part of this interface that I'm building, that's where my time should go. So understanding that difference between, okay, this is my overall time that I have. I can put X amount of time into the more important tasks, Y amount of time into the AI agent. That skill will be very important going forward.
Perfect. Thank you, Yash. Let's go to Aditi, and then we'll change the question again.
Yes. Thank you, Vikash. I think this question was really important to ask from your end and answer from our different perspectives. Because if you ask me, developers are not going anywhere. And Soumya mentioned the statistics. The reason is when you are using AI, you have to have human in the loop. You need to upskill if you are not there. So if you are, I think your question was more about what skills or what roles are required. So as a AI implementing person, I think you need to have knowledge of Python, JavaScript from languages perspective at least.
Yeah.
And then to use these large language models which just came in, you need to have a background of data science to develop them further. Customers can do their own foundation models now. It has become so simple. Use someone else's GPU, build your own foundation model if something is not suiting your needs, because everything is not custom made, they are standard made. So if you want something custom, you still need to have those skills. And you need to have people in organization who have those skills, basically, to use them, reuse them, recycle them, and things like that. So I would say developers are not going anywhere. AI is not a threat. As I said, it will become soon part of your family if you trust it, to that extent. So you should treat this age, adapt it, and learning is the only constant, because I know all of us personally, so we have come a long way in our technical learning journeys, I would say. So yeah, I think learning is the only constant. That is the message. And AI is going to empower developers, not eliminate developers going forward. So yeah, that's my take.
Perfect. Thank you for that. But team members, their skills, obviously that is one thing, but it needs to also get support from leaders. So when I say leaders are those who run these BTP programs, or it could be just enablement of our people. So what do you think? Let's put a time frame here in the next, say, 3 months or something, just to get ahead. What should leaders do? What should leaders enable us to do? Do you think it could be more of experiment? It could be upskilling, or if you start from scratch, it could be re-architecting. What are your views? Aditi, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. Because there are a lot of experiments which have already started since the era of Gen AI evolution, let's say, in the past couple years. I wouldn't say just experimenting will help, because there are a lot of innovation coming in from a lot of companies in this aspect, and which is in the context of business value driven solutions, innovation, and things like that. So I would say, especially from SAP, now that we are going to get like more Christmas gifts this year, a lot of things are getting GA towards end of December. I would say leaders, just stay on your toes and start to enroll your teams, and start to plan how you want to get on with these pilot projects. Get all the help you can get with App in a Days, technical academies, and all these kind of workshops where products are not only going to get generally available, but you will also get help from companies, to understand how you can use it and how you can get on with pilot projects. Start small and then see if it fits your need and is it scalable for your business. So experimenting is not the only way forward. I think learning and growing along with that is going to be the way forward.
Okay, Yash, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I think definitely running a pilot on AI-driven integration capabilities is a must, because there's only so much you can learn by reading what's on SAP's website, or what PDFs they've released, or what the TechEd announcements were. But until you get stuck in, I don't think personally you learn as much as you would if you just read it. So until you do that, I don't think team leads would understand what their return on investment would be potentially, until they run that pilot and see, oh, my teams are really doing well with this particular part of this integration suite, AI-driven technology. And that way, then they can put their focus into, okay, this team member specifically is really good at this part. Let me put them here, give them more training in that, because training at the end of the day is important, but not as much,
the work experience.
Not as the main thing.
Yeah. So yeah, completely agree. And when we work, then only we know what business value it will bring to the customers as well. So yeah, really nice points. Quickly going over to Soumya.
Yeah, considering the fact that we are in the transition phase of coexisting with the AI, this would be my personal ask as well, is to let's say we have a set or a team of traditional developers. The first ask within the next 3 months from the leaders would be for the opportunities to get upskilled So I would probably prefer AI literacy, which is basically explaining the need of AI in a business scenario and how to, let's say, pair programming with the AI or how to coexist with it, and view AI not as a threat but as an assistant and have more control over it. So the first preference would be for opportunities to upskill and space for experimenting. I think if the development teams are focused on these two, naturally it will end up with re-architecting of the solution.
Perfect. So you're ultimately saying all three things in a stepwise manner. That's good. I think the key message here is like enable us to get our hands dirty, so we know things, and then we can add business value. Obviously, we can work on it and then add business value to our end customers. That's good. Just conscious of time, I will now move to the last part of this conversation. And I would like to ask two questions from you in a very quick response. So it's kind of a rapid fire. So we'll go with the same thing, like alphabetically. First Aditi, then Soumya, then Yash. Yes, you're not the last. It's just that it starts with boy, that's why. So the first question would be reflections. What do you think would be your biggest takeaway from this, and the biggest opportunity this TechEd has given you or opens up for any BTP practitioner?
My biggest opportunity from TechEd is that openness. Everything is going open source soon, so there you cannot complain, oh, I cannot use this technology. So that's the first thing. And second thing is my takeaway is that when I have the opportunity, I must grab it, otherwise I will get a FOMO of not using it, which will become a risk eventually. So yeah.
Soumya?
I think mine is also on a similar line, which is inclusiveness of the open source tools. Again, coming with the development perspective. I would say get empowered or coexist with the AI and try to get the maximum out of it. Now that we know AI is doing so many stuff, I think it's high time that we just let it do what it does the best and then get maximum out of it.
Perfect. Thank you. Yash?
For me, it's AI-powered automation across integration and migration. If I'm doing less manual work, I'm getting quicker results. That's my takeaway.
Good. Thank you. And with this takeaway, obviously, there is always a risk involved. So that's my last question. What do you think is the biggest risk if we go with these the takeaways?
Okay. If I say that, the biggest risk is ignoring this wave of innovation, then I don't think I'll be wrong, because if customers don't know what, the outcome it will bring, what is the value it will add without trying. So being in a customer facing role for so long, I think that trying is believing. So yeah.
Okay.
I think if we don't try to get the maximum benefits of this innovation wave, we are pushing the teams to settle down with the knowledge that they have of the existing methods. The culture of innovation or experimenting will be suppressed, which will make it harder in the future.
Okay, that's a good one. Yash?
I think for me, the biggest risk for an organization is the integration debt that they have. So if they keep on using legacy landscapes, it'll become a bottleneck for AI adoption. And by the time these businesses catch up, the learning curve between where they are and where the AI has reached will be too high for them to reach in a quick amount of time.
Gap will be more. Yeah. Good. That brings us to the end of this conversation. So first of all, thank you, all of you, for attending this super early call and recording this conversation. Thanks a lot. And thank you to BlueStoneX as well, and the teams and team members involved in making this happen. Thanks a lot. Cheers then.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
So there you go. Brilliant insights coming in from the experts on the announcements. So thanks to them for joining as well as for sharing their insights. Also, thanks to BlueStoneX for this collaboration and helping us make this happen. If you want to know more about BlueStoneX, obviously head to their website. That's www.bluestonex.com. Or what you can do is you can scan this QR code. Next is basically the key messages, if we see from the experts, was ride this innovation wave, do not delay. And when you're riding this innovation wave, see what works for you, what doesn't, and try to get maximum out of what works for you in terms of business values, the returns it gives. And also, sometimes it becomes very interesting to see your business processes getting a next innovation wave or next version out of it when you're trying to find out the use cases for AI and automation. It just gives you additional or competitive edge in terms of how you perform against or compared to your competitor. I know my viewers, the channel's viewers, are mainly technical people. So if you missed out on any of these innovation or announcements, just head to this innovation guide, because that tells you every category what announcements were made. So that can be a good place where you can catch up and see what is coming in your technology area where you work for. Remember, we did a series on what should be your focus areas for 2025. I'm thinking similar lines for 2026 as well. So stay tuned to Modish Tech as well, because you might find that series helpful in planning where you should upskill yourself in 2026 based on these announcements from TechEd. All right, thanks a lot for joining. And if you like the episode, just try and share it within your network. Like it, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon, because then only you'll know when the new video is out. Stay tuned, take care, and see you in the next episode.